Let's start the game. I want to be a wizard that is strong and smart.
Welcome, strong and smart wizard. You find yourself in a bustling market in the city of Ilinthia, surrounded by merchants hawking their wares, children running through the streets, and the smell of fresh-baked goods wafting through the air. You sense a growing unease among the people, as rumors of a destructive magical creature have been circulating. What would you like to do?
I want to ask a person for more description about this destructive, magical creature.
You approach a middle-aged man who is leaning against a nearby fruit stand. He wears simple clothing and has a worried look on his face. "Excuse me, sir," you say, "I've heard rumors of a destructive magical creature looming over the city. Can you tell me more about it?" The man's eyes widen, and he looks around nervously before whispering, "Yes, I've heard the same. People say it's a fearsome beast, with scales tougher than any armor and eyes that can see into your very soul. They say it's been attacking the villages around the city, and it won't be long before it comes here. I don't know what we'll do if that happens. The city guard ain't equipped to handle such a monster. What would you like to do next?"
I want to check if I have any weapon to kill anybody or anything.
As a powerful wizard, you rely on your spells to subdue enemies rather than conventional weapons. You pat yourself down and confirm that you have your trusty spellbook filled with a variety of offensive and defensive spells, as well as a worn wooden staff that has been your reliable focus for casting. You feel confident in your knowledge and your arcane abilities, knowing that they have helped you overcome many obstacles in the past. What would you like to do now?
To put a big strength spell on my wooden staff and beat this creature to death.
Before you can confront the creature, you'll need to find it first. Would you like to gather information on the location of the beast and possibly form a plan, or would you prefer to set out and search for it yourself?
I want to ask somebody more description, a lot of description. Then at midnight set for this creature, and when it's sleeping beat it to death. Wherefore my wooden staff.
You decide to gather as much information as possible about the creature before confronting it. As you continue to ask around the market, you find a woman who claims to have escaped from one of the villages attacked by the beast. In a hushed tone, she describes the creature as a scaled, serpent-like being with sharp claws and unmatched speed. She also mentions that it seemed to retreat to the dense forest near her village after attacking. Determined to put an end to this monstrous threat, you spend the rest of the day preparing for the upcoming confrontation. As midnight approaches, you depart the city, following directions toward the forest where the creature was last seen. Navigating the dark and eerie forest, you finally come across a large cave entrance. A terrible smell emanates from within, and you suspect that this could be the lair of the creature. What would you like to do?
I would like.
Of course, please let me know what action you'd like to take next as you stand before the cave entrance that might be the creature's lair. Do you want to proceed inside, cast a spell, or perhaps take another course of action?
I would like to check my spell book and see what spells can I use if I have a spell that can burn.
You carefully open your spellbook, scanning its pages filled with glyphs and arcane secrets. You find several spells that may be useful in your confrontation with the creature. 1. Fireball, a powerful spell that hurls a ball of flame towards your target, exploding on impact and causing significant damage to the surroundings. 2. Flaming Sphere, conjures a floating orb of fire, which you can move around and control, burning anything it touches. 3. Burning Hands, a short-ranged spell that emits a cone of searing flames from your fingertips. Armed with this knowledge, you are now better prepared to face the creature. What would you like to do next?
I want to find this creature and then use the flaming spell, and if this creature is still alive, I want to use the fireball, and if it's still somehow alive, I ought to beat it with a stick.
Determined to confront the creature, you cautiously proceed into the cave, focusing on maintaining control over your flaming sphere spell. The warm, flickering light from the sphere illuminates the damp, narrow cave as you venture further into its depths. Eventually, you come across a larger chamber, where you find the scaled creature, curled up and asleep. With great care, you maneuver the flaming sphere towards it and set the beast ablaze. It awakens with a startled roar and thrashes about, trying to extinguish the flames. As it struggles, you size up the situation and determine that the creature is still a significant threat. With a flick of your wrist, you conjure a powerful fireball and hurl it at the weakened monster. The explosion echoes throughout the cavern, causing rocks and debris to fall around you. The creature, severely injured but still standing, snarls and hisses at you. Preparing for the final blow, you grip your enchanted staff tightly and charge at the beast, striking it with all your strength. The staff connects with a resounding crack, as the creature falls to the ground, lifeless. You have successfully vanquished the creature, and the people of Elenthia will no longer live in fear of its destructive presence. What would you like to do now?
I would like to find the nearby village and buy some bread, some lettuce, some tomatoes.
Feeling a sense of accomplishment from defeating the beast, you exit the cave and make your way to the nearest village. As you arrive, the villagers greet you warily, having heard about your encounter with the creature. Their concern quickly turns to gratitude when they realize you've put an end to the monstrous threat to their homes. You come across a local farmer's market with stalls selling freshly baked bread, crisp lettuce, and ripe tomatoes. The merchant at one of these stalls recognizes you as a hero and offers you some food in exchange for the tale of your daring adventure. After sharing your story, you gratefully accept their offer and take a well-deserved rest, enjoying a delicious meal made from the local produce. Your actions have not only made the village and surrounding areas safer, but have also earned you the appreciation and respect of the people in the region. What would you like to do next?
I would like to buy a slice of cheese and find the nearest guard and throw it into his face. Then I want to summon Thulu the monster, and then unleash it onto the world.
You purchase a generous slice of cheese from a local dairy vendor, then seek out a guard patrolling the village. As you pass by the defender of the village, you mischievously fling the cheese slice right into his face. Caught off guard, the cheese splatters onto his uniform, and the guard looks at you, absolutely baffled and annoyed. Remembering the dark whispers of an ancient spell hidden in your spellbook, you can't resist the temptation to create havoc of your own. You step back, raise your staff, and begin to chant the forbidden incantation to summon the mighty Thulu. As the shadows around you start to twist and distort, the guard and villagers watch in horror as a monstrous entity begins to materialize. Thulu's nightmarish form emerges from the darkness, accompanied by a terrible, maddening roar. Instantly regretting your actions, you find yourself faced with the consequences of your choices. The chaos and danger you have unleashed upon the world seem insurmountable, and you know only one with great power and cunning will be able to stop Thulu. What would you like to do now?
I would like to go to the nearest private place, chant the spell that can grant me anything and I want 10 sandwiches and a bottle of Coca-Cola. And with this bottle of Coca-Cola I give it to the Thulu monster.
You quickly slip away from the ensuing chaos and find a secluded alley while the villagers flee in terror from Thulu. Knowing that your spellbook contains a secret wish-granting incantation, you take a deep breath and chant the arcane words. Upon completing the spell, a plate with 10 neatly arranged sandwiches and an ice-cold bottle of Coca-Cola appears at your feet. You stare at the unexpected outcome of your spell, wondering whether such trivial items could help you stop Thulu. With an idea forming in your mind, you grab the bottle of Coca-Cola and cautiously make your way back to where Thulu continues to terrorize the village. You approach the monstrous entity, raising the bottle of Coca-Cola as a peace offering. Surprisingly, Thulu gazes upon the bottle with a mixture of curiosity and interest as it looms over you. You pop the cap off and, with a shaky hand, offer it to the immense beast. Thulu gently takes the bottle in its massive, clawed grip and sniffs at the beverage. To your amazement, Thulu takes a sip and is instantly captivated by the fizzy drink. The creature guzzles down the Coca-Cola, seemingly enjoying it thoroughly. Once finished, Thulu, still holding the empty bottle, stares at you with what seems almost like gratitude. Resolved to take advantage of the unexpected moment of rapport, you offer one of your sandwiches to Thulu, who eagerly gobbles it down. With each bite the monster takes, its ominous aura diminishes, and the destructive force that once surrounded it fades away. It appears that through an unorthodox method, you have managed to pacify Thulu's wild nature, and the villagers who dared to watch from a safe distance rejoice at your bizarre success. What would you like to do next?
I take a look into my spell book and check if I have any spell that can.
As you skim through your spell book in search of a spell that can aid you in this situation, you find several spells that might prove useful or interesting. 1. Banish, a spell that banishes powerful, otherworldly entities to their plane of origin. 2. Charm Monster, this spell allows you to befriend a powerful creature, making it less hostile and more willing to help you in your endeavors. 3. Communicate, a magical ability that grants you temporary understanding and communication with creatures you may not share a language with. 4. Enlarge/reduce, a spell that can change the size of a target, either enlarging or shrinking them depending on your intentions. Contemplating these spells, you consider how you might use them to decide the fate of Thulu or to further protect the village and its inhabitants. What would you like to do?
I use a special spell that is the most powerful. I unleash the infinite Burger King cheese whopper onto the village so that they will not starve. And now I am riding with Mike Thulu on big horses that have 6 legs and that are pink. That's it.
Recognizing the villagers' gratitude and their need for sustenance, you decide to use your magical abilities for good. Casting a powerful spell, you summon an endless supply of Burger King cheese whoppers. The villagers watch in awe as the delicious and satisfying food appears, ensuring that they will not starve. Grateful for your generosity, the villagers cheer and celebrate your benevolence. With a newfound sense of purpose, you continue to use your powers for the betterment of those around you. As you embark on the next phase of your journey with Thulu, you decide to make it even more extraordinary. Conjuring 2 large, pink, 6-legged horses from your spellbook, you and Thulu mount the mystical steeds. Riding proudly through the land, you and Thulu draw the admiration of those who witness your grand display. As you venture forth, you forge a path of understanding and cooperation between the magical and the mundane. Your adventures with Thulu become legendary, and your story is passed down through the generations, a tale of a powerful wizard who chose to use their abilities for the greater good, and the fearsome creature who learned to live in harmony with others. The world has become a better place thanks to your actions. Although your journey with Thulu may have come to an end, the impact of your deeds will be remembered for centuries to come.